4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning and happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to apartment 814. You just ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it. You honestly ruined it. You honestly ruined it.
I just realized nobody can hear you in that intro because I had you in the other channel. Damn it.
Oh my god. You know what it is?
Do it over.
No, I'm not doing it. You know what it is, though? You know what it is? Maybe you just didn't have like the desktop thing on or something. Like
I have it on that.
Yeah. You probably had it on just yourself, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm the star of the show. No,
I forgot you were the protagonist. Anyway, welcome to apartment 814. Today is Halloween. A lot of Halloween things. If we can all pay attention and do the podcast correctly.
La, la, la.
But it doesn't seem to go the way it needs to go.
Da, da, da.
You alright over there?
You're talking words? What?
I thought I was talking words. Anyway, how you gentlemen doing?
Da, da, da.
I'm doing spooky.
Spooky.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Wait. Give me a second. Let me do something.
What are you doing?
Hold on. Where's my change thing? Okay.
What are you doing?
Ready?
What are you? I don't understand what you're doing now.
Ready? 1, 2. Where's that thing?
Oh.
Nice. I likes it. I don't have a voice thingy, so I can't do that. I gotta be like, Happy Halloween.
Well, it's natural at least.
Yeah, give me points for trying.
You get 2. You get 2 points.
Hold on. Is this thing on?
You saw
DK. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch.
Oh god. We're gonna break out in tune here.
You know him well.
Alright, anyway. How's everyone doing today? As you may hear, you guys just like ruined the flow of everything.
No,
Excuse me,
we
sir.
improved it in.
No, you kind of ruined the flow of anything. Anyway, we got here the Aeon Anima.
The
here.
Anna.
The Anima.
Anna. Yeah.
Who is trademarked by his name and
not even Elsa, just
doesn't have any kind of voice changer device like our guest here, Last Order, who does
Order films.
What films have you done?
Last Order film.
That's why it's sus.
What films have you done?
That's why I said it's sus. It's part of the name.
Your whole account is sus, sir.
It's part of the name, sir.
Sus Order films. And
please, sir.
That actually would be a cool name. Sus Order Films. Wait. I'm not gonna lie.
Branding change. SOF.
Get out.
Anyway, for today's podcast, we're not going to have it as an hour and 30 minutes. It's going to be shortened down to an hour. But I have a question for you both. Since it is Halloween, I wanted you guys to share any games you may recommend for Halloween. Anything at all pertaining to Halloween.
Anima first. Because
Yes.
his list will be short.
My list will be short. Is it getting better? Come on, help me out, guys.
It's getting better, you said.
I'm trying to bring it from my gut.
Oh my god.
Go for it?
Oh my god. What did you eat?
I have no idea.
Ate a baby.
Wow.
Okay, so do you have anything involving a video game
I have
that
a top 5 actually. Let me give you that real quick. So,
okay, thank you.
I don't play a lot of scary games. However, I do know that there are some classics. See, I'm a boomer, right? And the thing is, boomers, recommend older games, right? So they're not necessarily going to be the scariest, but they're going to be 5 horror games or horror-esque action, whatever games that I personally recommend that I've played throughout my years of gaming. And so coming in at number 5, we have Luigi's Mansion, right? You know what I'm saying? A little bit of.
God, he's.
Anyway, I'm gonna reach all over here. Yeah. A little bit of Luigi's Mansion, the first one though, right? Yeah, because the first one was just kind of a classic. You know, it deserves the 2 sequels, right? I never played the second 2. Now, that's not because I'm a boomer. It's just literally because the nostalgia of the first, I just didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? I heard the third one.
Skip for the biscuit.
You know what I'm saying? I will play the third one eventually. But the first one was like, as a kid, you know, walking around in a haunted, spooky mansion. It wasn't the scariest game in all. But like as a kid, like when, spoiler alert, the lights go out and don't come back on and you're just in it. Like there's just ghosts everywhere, bro. It terrified the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. But it's just such a great game. Like it's just a good game to go back to and play. Even if you've played it before, I recommend just revisiting it. It's just a lot of fun. Plus, there's a good chance you probably didn't 100% it. There's a lot of secrets in that game that, well, unless you're a speedrunner, you probably are. Most people are these days.
I'm not. How dare you assume my speedrunner gender, okay?
Wow.
Fair enough.
Going to the wait.
I don't know exactly how one gets their hand on the game other than the GameCube, but there are emulators. You didn't hear that from me though. I would, however,
that's okay.
State that
Nintendo is advocating for emulators nowadays.
Yeah, sure did.
It's not an emulator. It's a game preserving application. Yes.
Game preserving Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, game. They certainly preserve their games very well. But go
GPA.
on.
It's a GPA.
GPA.
What the Chinese really love, the GPA. It's very important.
As far as I could tell, the Chinese are better at it than fucking Nintendo. Anyway,
coming in at number 4.
Yeah.
So
you can't see it, but I'm dancing on my screen to make it entertaining. Go on.
Are you VTubing?
I'm VTubing. Yeah.
I haven't played it, and that might seem a little blasphemous because I'm recommending it. But I think, again, of the older games, it maybe hasn't aged well. I don't know. But Fatal Frame 2 specifically, that can be interchangeable with Silent Hill if you really don't feel like going out of your way to find a game by the name of Fatal Frame 2. I think Silent Hill 3 was the best one, right? Like, if I'm correct, anything with Pyramid Head, like, just go play the Silent Hill series, like the first ones. Those are incredible games. They're definitely worth the visit.
Rated M for mature.
Yeah, but Fatal Frame 2 it like genuinely, before like we had what we have nowadays, which is just a endless stream of horror games, cheap jump scares, and just, like there's a ton of it already. You guys already are playing probably Phasmophobia. You guys are already probably playing Dead by Daylight. Like, cool. But go back and explore where it all began. You know what I'm saying? Like, it began with games like that. And I think that a lot of homage needs to be paid to at least the Silent Hill series, because that's just probably one of the most iconic horror games of its time. Coming in at number 3 is Resident Evil 4 specifically. They're coming out with a VR version of it, which is probably going to be incredible. The controls haven't aged well, and there's probably, you didn't hear this from me, but from a leaker, there's gonna be a remake for 4. If you liked Resident Evil 2 remake, which I'm sure a lot of people again have already probably played and were disappointed by 3, hold out for 4. A lot of people don't want it to be remade, but it's game of the year material. I don't really see how you can mess it up by just pumping new blood into it via graphics and new thrills and just better controls. That alone would do so much justice to the game. So I highly recommend you just kind of catch up on Resident Evil 4 specifically. Coming at number 2 this one's a little hard for me to say because again, it's not exactly a horror game, but it has like a ton of like horror elements, and it's definitely a Friday Night Funkin'. But again, you probably already have your hands all over it, right? That's a huge game. But if you haven't played it, it's not hard, but it is surprisingly entertaining for a game that isn't exactly a horror game, but has a lot of weird horror elements just kind of weaved into the fabric of the lore. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly what you would call horror, but you know, it's a nice break from the jump scares and the nonsense and the this and the that. Um, so yeah, I mean, just give it a try. Nice and fun. And if you do like scary, there's something in there for you.
We,
And
we
then
never find out what the game is.
for real.
You don't say what the game is.
Friday Night Funkin'. What the gameplay is?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said Friday Night Funkin'.
Friday Night Fun. Oh,
It's a
okay.
music game. Yeah,
It's not really it's not really a scary game. It's honestly just a rhythm game. It's a music rhythm game.
It's a rhythm game, but it has more horror than not. Like one of the weeks, it's like literally against like this like pumpkin and ghost or whatever. Another one has like lemon head or something, and it's like he's like a secret, and then he's just in there, and like the game really does have like a horror theme to it.
It has yeah. Well, that's because there was like a one horror theme level in there that also extended to like a lemon head to like a background. There's like a story to Friday Night Funkin' that I'm sure some people on YouTube have already touched up upon, but yeah, like the main point of the game is that boyfriend, the main character, wants to date girlfriend, but he needs the parents' approval, and he has to go through all this stuff to show that he's a good rapper, and some of the characters that he has to go against are pretty freaky looking. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Hello, Sucklegard.
Hence getting freaky. So honorable mentions. Poppy's Playhouse is a newer one that's come through, and it was extremely well done.
Poppy Playtime.
Yeah, that one. Poppy Playtime. Thank you. That menu theme is like begging to be sampled into a remix. Just saying. I've already got it in my Ableton. I'm dead serious. I sampled it out. I'm like, I gotta turn this into a beat all my life I do. But no, that one I had to check that out. Not as like, cause I already saw like the big scare, but I had to watch like a playthrough of it at least. Cause I'm, like Sinkweaver always says, a total BITCH. I'm gonna have to spell it out cause my daughter is in the other room.
Yeah. And, so I'm not the bravest person, but I do. I don't know why I still watch like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier.
I love that stuff. No, specifically for me, Corey X Kenshin.
Yeah, so I just started. I just started watching Corey X Kenshin. I didn't watch him a lot. So when he hit like the 10 million sub thing, and he talked about his story and what was going on, I was like, oh man, this dude looks like real cool peoples. I'm gonna check him out. He is
real cool peoples. Skeptic's been on it since the beginning. I kind of got in the midway point, and you're just getting in. But he's like his actual playthrough of Friday Night Funkin', and then the mod that somebody did of him. The most recent episode floored me. It was one of the funniest things. He could not contain his hype. He just kept making raps on the spot, and I just could not stop laughing at how good it was. It was this perfect mix of just weird, hilarious, and like actually cool. But anyway, honorable mentions goes to that, as well as, because that's not done. Like that just dropped the chapter 1, and it's going to be ongoing, so keep your eyes on that game. Really well done. The actual big scare in that game was done so masterfully. Like, of all the things that you can really say about a horror game, like actually nailing the suspense or the tension or the build up, and then creating something genuinely terrifying, it definitely hits or fits the bill, I should say. Now, there are a ton of other games out there that a lot of people are probably trying to get their hands on, all right? But number one, right? You guys ready?
Go for it.
Are you ready?
Go for it, Daddy.
I'm not commenting on anything.
I told you to only call me that in bed.
I'll see myself out.
Okay.
Number one. Actually, you know what? I'm actually second guessing it because it's not the scariest game. It's not even the best game. You know? Like man, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. That's not.
Boo! Wishy-washy! Someone boo this man!
I was gonna say Duck Season.
Huh?
VR probably is a whole other level of scary if you have the right kind of game going for it. So I guess I'm gonna make that another honorable mention. Duck Season is exactly as it sounds. It's Duck Hunt, but with a twist. The problem is you don't know that it's a horror game until someone tells you it's a horror game. That's why I didn't want to reveal it either, because I'm just like, because that kind of kills the whole point, right? You just go check it out, and it's good fun, and then you have to kind of figure out like what is actually going on. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, I kind of spoiled it, so I was just like,
good job.
You just can't tell somebody what it is, and like,
No,
you know
what you have to do, right? Oh, by the way, guys, check out Duck Season, and just say it like that.
Nah.
Don't put it as part of your list or horror. Just say, "Hey guys, check out Duck Season."
It's a conversation of horror, and I don't even have.
Oh, see, that's how you spoil it.
No, I've done that to pretty much everybody else because I wasn't talking about scary games. That's how it usually goes. But anyway, I like that game. It had a lot of fun.
All right.
But the number one, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the good old fashioned Medieval. It's a terrible game. It's an old game. It hasn't aged well, and they did a remake, and I don't think I heard anything about it.
No, I've heard plenty. But go ahead.
What is it bad?
No, I've heard it was really good.
Oh,
that's what I heard too.
For you, because that game's legendary, by the way. Like Medieval is about a guy who literally goes out in the war and is like the first one killed. He like runs onto the front lines, and like, you know how they have like that whole clash, like you say it's Lord of the Rings and everybody starts fighting and you see the first guy get bodied. He was that guy. Like, it's extremely unfortunate. So he was given a second chance. Like, I guess the gods just took pity on him, and like he is resurrected as like this kind of skeleton dude. And you may have seen him, believe it or not. Like, the only real reference that you can even find in the past right now is PlayStation All-Stars. Like, he showed up as a playable character. I was like, oh, they're giving some respect to the man. And then that game kind of fell through, so like it didn't have sequels or anything. And I was like, sheesh, man, like this guy is just gonna go back into obscurity. But then they do the remaster, and I'm like, I gotta get it. But then I didn't, because I wasn't buying games. But Medieval, again, not the scariest game, not the best game. There's better stuff out there. But from a boomer to maybe even fellow boomers who might remember, go check out that game. It's definitely, it's an old gem.
We know,
it's like Power Stone. Skeptic knows all about it though. Medieval, you know.
Hey, Skeptic.
What's up, Boomer? Let's talk about that.
Okay, we're gonna have to move on. Because thank you for your list of games, Anima.
Yeah.
And I believe our own Sus Order Films, who is also live at this moment, right?
Yeah, I'm also live.
Yup. So go out and check out Last Order Films, you guys. We're on Twitch.
Or else.
He doesn't trust YouTube enough.
I don't trust YouTube. I don't trust YouTube.
So, with that being said,
it's owned by Google.
You said you had a game or two?
I have a list not in particular order.
How about
you could say it's a sus order if you.
How about we go with like 3 that you would recommend?
No. How dare you?
Let
me update my list. That's okay. No. We have to keep in time. Let me get my. So first mention, just like as an honorable mention, because Anima said you should start off with Silent Hill. That's a lie. That's the first horror games you should start off with. you have to take it all the way back to Boomerville and go with Maniac Mansion. Okay.
Oh,
Maniac Mansion.
that's OG, bro.
Yeah, I gotta go OG.
He's
If
going
you
all
wanna
the way
do-
back.
Yeah, you want to do boomer games, you have to go to Maniac Mansion.
Am I not boomer enough for your boomer club?
You're not boomer enough for my boomer club, okay?
You're not
I mean,
even.
I'm only 14, but even I heard of Maniac Mansion.
Wait. This man was born on February 29th.
Bro, that's
Exactly.
too far back. But okay.
Okay, so that's my honorable mention. So my first recommendation for reals, I have been enjoying Alien Isolation
Woo!
a lot.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I've been playing that on Nightmare mode as my first playthrough.
Ooh, isn't there's supposed to be like a new mode? I think Max was playing on it with his buds.
Yeah.
See, I'm always weary of like movie-based horror games just because I don't expect the most of them. But if it's good, then great.
Oh god, it's
It's probably
It's
the
not-
only one.
its
The
own
first.
original story. It's linked to the movies, but it's its own original story. And freaking hell, man, is it frightening?
Mm.
It is frightening.
It is
Is
absolutely
it like Dead
horrible.
Space good?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is it like Dead Space good?
It's
It's
I-
even scarier.
it's a lot scarier because you can't beat the enemy.
You
You-
cannot defend yourself, really.
You are hunted and
Yeah.
you cannot win against it. The
Yeah.
only thing you can do is run and hide.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It's stealth. It's a stealth game, which I suck at, and I decided to play Nightmare mode.
Now, why'd you do that? Why did you
Because-
do that?
Maximum entertainment for my streams. That's
For
I
the
will put
content.
myself.
I don't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
if Mac. See, that's where I think I differ a little bit. Like, if I play a horror game, I try to. I did this with Bloodborne. I had like a death counter, and I would try to not have as many deaths as possible. Also, the game is dark. Like, you guys look
Like
at the
literally dark, or just meant like
look
Yeah.
at
About
the
the screen.
look
Yeah,
at the stream.
is that dark?
Yeah, see, Max is playing right now, and
Yep.
what? Hold on.
yeah, well, not right now, but I'm showing his VOD.
Yeah.
And
And so you see his map is actually still working, right?
yes,
Yeah, in Nightmare mode, no, there's no map.
there's no map.
You look at the map, but the map is all blacked out.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
How did?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he got
It's
caught
hard.
by the alien.
It's
so
really
fast.
hard.
See, real life navigation.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's like I didn't know that was a thing for Nightmare mode. And apparently, if you have a microphone, it picks up your microphone audio. Like if it's connected to your actual gaming computer, you'll pick up the microphone audio.
Have you played
And-
the game before?
No.
Well, I don't. You know, the game is already hard, so I don't know. Making it like incredibly impossible for you would be the best idea.
That's the treat of it all, because like you really get immersed, like you really feel helpless at that point, right?
I mean, you already have the helplessness in normal.
Yeah,
mode.
but even more so.
I don't know.
He likes. He
Despair.
likes it.
I hope
I
you're
like the
able to finish
despair.
it. I hope you're able to finish it.
He's. a
I'm not gonna be able to finish.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to start, like, you gotta finish it, dude.
Let's be
No.
truthful. I'm not gonna be able to finish it.
You
Don't know how to eat.
you gotta finish it, man. You gotta finish it.
My
Yeah, you gotta-
recommendation for co-op play for horror games is definitely Resident Evil 6. You'll definitely finish it.
That's just scary to
you
think
will
about.
laugh.
Not even scary
No,
to
you-
play.
Yeah, no. Resident Evil 6, you won't finish it. You'll be dead laughing by the time you're like.
Right?
Exactly.
That
Basically.
game is so awful.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I don't like that game. I don't like
But,
that
like,
game much.
It's
I
so
call
bad
it-
it's good for us.
Exactly.
Being bad doesn't make it scary, though. Gotta be
No,
scary.
it's not scary.
man.
It's
Oh, that's
definitely
not-
not scary.
We're talking about top 3 scary games.
No, we're talking about scary games that you would recommend.
Recommend, yeah.
Yeah.
But Sync is limiting me to 3, so that I'll limit
Because
myself to 3.
he has a damn list.
I had a list.
All right, move on to the next one.
Next one is The Forest.
I have heard of it. I've never played it.
It's scary. It's really scary.
It actually
It's-
is scary.
Yeah, it's a good game. It starts off nice and easy, you know, plane crash to an island, an isolated island full of cannibal Holocaust residents. And yeah, it's a nice pleasant romp. You know, building houses and, you know, hunting
Sounds
deer.
pleasant to me.
Yeah, yeah. Just a
Okay.
nice peaceful romp. Everything can kill you, but hey, you know.
I don't think this looks bad. I think the forest actually looks pretty peaceful.
I was about to say,
Oh,
can
yeah.
you walk on the water in this one?
Yes, you can. You see, if you turn on a cheat mode, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a naked woman.
Yeah.
Rated
What now?
Rated
How
M.
the screen is this?
It is rated M for mature. Yes, it is. It's very violent, and there are some.
No, yeah, don't worry. There was no assets showing.
Yeah, because in the actual game, you see it until you hit them, and then they get bloody, and then so you don't see it. So yeah.
Nudity and horror.
Also, yeah, you can eat the cannibals too. They try to eat you, so you can eat them back.
That's super
reverse.
Not sure if that's
You know,
Reverse Uno card.
I eat you. No, you.
All right. I ate the cannibals.
Well, that's a interesting survival. That is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It is best played with multiple people, but I've been playing solo, and it is frightening solo because you feel so damn helpless. Again, you feel helpless. I feel like I have a theme going on here.
Well, I mean, true horror is actually like, I guess, in the eyes of the beholder, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I'd rather have jump scares," and the others like, "No, I want to be in the moment. I want to be in isolation."
Yeah.
I would say
For me, is the worst horror is like the most entertaining to play is the one where you're completely helpless, or most of the time you feel powerless about your situation,
right.
but you have to just survive. Yeah.
I'd say, give us one more. Give us
Okay,
one more.
The
Give us
last
the banger.
one. Let's see what my banger is. Actually, Alien Isolation would have been my banger,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
one more. Yeah, Alien Isolation is so creepy. It's
It is.
freaking. And if I'm tempted to attach a microphone to my gaming rig so that like it's even harder because it picks up your voice and then alerts
You gotta
the alien.
finish it, man. You gotta finish it.
Oh,
You're
okay,
sitting
fine.
here. You're sitting here talking it up and making it sound good. How it's a good scary game, but you gotta finish it now.
But I don't want to.
You have to finish it.
Can I do a quick honorable mention? Actually, no. This will be my third one. Fatal Frame, the new one that came out.
Oh, you bastard.
Well,
I was gonna
they
say
came
that.
out with a new one.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a new one. It's the one from the Wii U, but they remastered it and re-released it.
Oh,
But
nice.
nobody really played the Wii U one, so it might as well be new.
Yeah,
Uh,
fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Freaking
Yeah.
Fatal Frame.
But
See,
It's
Fatal
really
Frame
nice.
is really one of the like goated horror games. Let's like
right?
take a
People
step
forget
back.
about it.
People don't realize just how good that one is.
Yeah.
I already recommended Fatal Frame 2, Skeptic,
Okay.
because that was just a terrifying game. Like before games, like we just had a flood of them that people make themselves. You know what I mean? Before the whole internet became adept at making horror games, Fatal Frame 2 was it. It was definitely the one game that I was like, I can't do this. I literally
It's
can't.
frightening. Yeah. The only reason why I was okay on my stream whenever it was because Stoic was with me on chat. Stoic and my friend Jams were on me on my VC while I was playing it, so the ambiance was kind of bunked, so I wasn't as scared. But once enemies start attacking you, it's very scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the Maiden of Black Water. That's the one it's called.
Oh
yeah.
wow,
It's-
that
yeah, I
sounds.
think it's frightening. It is frightening.
Yeah.
Imagine that Wii U would have been the best thing to have the whole picture mechanic for,
Oh yeah.
because of the way that the controller worked.
Yeah.
I think that was a good
Yeah.
idea. But
Yeah,
probably wasn't
there it is on
executed.
screen.
Fatal
Yeah.
Frame has like also the like I think they have multiple endings,
Mm-hmm.
and notably none of those endings ever turn out to be great.
This one is different. This one has two endings. I won't spoil anything else. This one has two endings.
Yeah, like I said,
Ooh,
Fatal
PS5
Frame
too?
doesn't always have like none of the endings really have like a great ending to it.
Yeah.
It's like Silent Hill though.
Set has like the protagonist in like a couple of those endings, because I know Silent Hill is another that have like multiple endings. But they
What's the best ending in all of games is from Silent Hill? The dog ending.
the dog ending.
The dog ending. That's
You're
like the
right.
perfect ending.
The
Right.
dog ending is the perfect ending. They actually reference it in Duck Season, by the way.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, good stuff.
Which is totally not a horror game. Totally
Not at
not a horror game. Yeah, it's just a duck hunt game. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this I think I've seen, if I'm gonna give anybody a shout out, Nitro Rad. He loves scary games, and he actually reviewed Fatal Frames.
Oh yeah.
Dude, what is that bouncing in the background, bro?
Heartbeat.
Sorry, just me.
His blood pressure is up because
Yeah,
he's watching this trailer.
he's listening to. Yeah, he's afraid of Nitro Rad apparently. But good YouTuber, I think kind of like a rising star in his own right. But he did all the Fatal Frames, and he had such good detail of just like how everything goes. He said that like, you know, when it comes to the stories of Fatal Frames, they were all pretty good. Because there's a reason why the main protagonist comes back, and why they have the camera, and why they go forward with what they do. And I like how he like detailed that. So just a plug in for like a YouTuber out there if you guys want to see somebody.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I'll check him out. Oh yeah, Sock brings up another Dead by Daylight. I won't go into detail, but Dead by Daylight's a good.
That's the
Horror game.
multiplayer monster versus 4 people, right?
God, it's so freaky. Yeah.
You're not aware of or playing that. Like, why should we have to recommend that to you? We don't have to. Everyone's.
You don't have to. It's so good, but it is so good.
It is good though.
I would recommend
They hear.
Phasmophobia, but I haven't personally played it yet. But Dead by Daylight is.
Phasmophobia is
recommend.
definitely another one, but like again, you don't need us to tell you that.
Yes, exactly.
It's been all
Those are
over.
just-
It's all over Twitch
Well,
and
I'm,
YouTube.
I'm only 14. I gotta go with what I know, and I don't know that much. I mean, aside from my Maniac Mansion thing,
Yeah,
that was
totally a
OG.
14-year-old recommendation. I'm sure.
I totally did not date myself there.
All right.
All the way to the NES. I don't know.
So I'm gonna have to, you know, dock Skeptic for coming in incredibly late.
He got a baby.
You got a baby.
Yeah, he's excused.
All right, give us one.
Okay, number one, definitely I would say, let's see, top 10 horror games.
Just one. No, you don't have to go to the top
Just give
10.
us a top 10. Top 10. Top 10.
All time.
Just
Got
one.
it at 20.
No, my number one is definitely Sonic 06.
What?
I knew that was.
It was a.
Was it that
Is
scary?
Trash Taste podcast? What is
From
this?
start to finish, that game is
It's true horror.
frighteningly horrible. Yes, it's just I can't.
You can't.
But,
Welcome to
no,
Trash Taste podcast, apparently.
I didn't have to make that joke because I knew he was going to.
God.
but a close second is I'll say Outlast.
Outlast.
Outlast is so good.
It's like it's
Not even familiar.
Really?
really first person, very little lighting. Guy has a camera with night vision mode and consistently has to find batteries or he'll be in basic darkness.
Oh, yeah, you know what? I think
Mhm.
I've seen somebody play that. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
stuck
yeah.
at an insane asylum during a crazy breakout.
Yep.
No, you're not wrong. That's a good one.
It's unnerving if nothing. It's very
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
there's,
no, it's-
there's a good amount of gore, a good amount of like what's the mental word for the mental genre for like
Psychological thriller.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
a whole lot of psychological horror in there, and you know you
It's-
get chased by crazy people.
It's called a pants browner. A pants browner. Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of psychological thrillers, I know it's not a game, but check out Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. I
The
heard
show.
good things about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely not for the faint of mind or heart or pants. So no, it's not like that. It's not a brown panther, but it's definitely a good one. There's even one that's interactive, and it's called what was it called actually? Forget.
Fancy word.
There's a separate one from the series. It's like when you look it up, it'll be there. Don't worry. there's the Black Mirror and then Black Mirror something, and it's like you make the decisions, kind of like those old Goosebump books.
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Some would say Metroid has a horror feel to it, except the exact opposite of helpless.
Yeah, you are kind of killing everything. You are killing everything. It's not really much of a horror theme to it.
No. The real horror in the Metroid series is the Other M game, where the horror is you watching Samus break down from this awesome, amazing heroine to like this helpless girl who needs to listen to a man. That's a real horror.
That was pretty bad.
Jeez.
Think you know all about it. I watched you play it in person.
Jeez, man.
It was whack.
Gotta bring that back.
Like Dead Space. I think that's one of my favorite ones.
Dead Space. So good.
I will always say that is the only real scary game that I've played, honestly, that I can think of.
And perfectly.
And Resident Evil.
I'm about to say, not Resident Evil? Which one? Though?
Resident Evil.
So
which
had
Resident Evil, the first one, right?
I played Resident Evil.
Don't open that door.
1, 2. I tried to play Veronica. I don't know why I stopped.
Veronica's so good.
I played 4, and I can only say that 4 is not really scary at all. It's just it's just fun.
Action.
Because the game changed. Like 4 has scary moments, but like
right.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom changed the gameplay of the franchise at that point.
Yeah, it went more action focused.
Right.
5 was way less scary, but 4 had its moments for sure.
Man, I was scared of 5. Holy crap! Chris Redfield could punch a boulder. Holy shit!
Yeah, that was scary.
That was kind of scary.
Imagine yourself being that boulder. It's like holy shit.
Yeah, I felt for the boulder. I could totally relate.
I didn't play the Resident Evil 7 or
7,
Resident Evil.
Actually, you know what?
7 brought it back.
7's
good.
Is amazing.
Because I honestly, they honestly brought back the creepy factor and the scary factor for that.
Oh wait, you don't play horror games. I forgot.
Yeah.
Me either. Honestly, I'm in the same boat. That's why my recommendation list is like so varied and not like constant scary.
You said
games.
Silent Hill. That's a scary game, though.
I know, but it's a classic.
Okay.
Classic, yeah.
It's still a scary game. I would count that as like a scary game.
I'm not a connoisseur. That's why I said varied. When I say like varied, I said Friday Night Funkin'. I said Silent Hill.
Nobody mentioned Five Nights at Freddy's, really?
No, we don't need to talk.
We're just gonna.
Matt Pat played that out so bad.
I know.
It's been milked so hard.
It's still scary though.
The initial concept of it, in its originality, I would say that it most certainly can be scary. It's more of like the new generation of like horror.
Yeah, it kind of kicked off that new gen because if anything, Poppy Playtime.
Yes.
No, that one. That was very unnerving.
That was good, but it was basically the kind of same concept, you know.
Except a more physical FPS approach to it.
A much better approach. I think that that game really nailed it. Like the new kind of the new scary, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like the unnerving. It's based off of old elements, but the way that they made that creature in that game, I won't say what it was because you got to go play it, right? The way they made it move was no, don't you show it.
No, don't show it.
That is one you should not spoil.
The trailer?
Absolutely not.
Nah, just don't. Just let people go and find it.
Bro, the trailer is out there. They could just go find it, though.
You're right, but I mean, they're probably gonna see a bunch of people playing it. It's trending like crazy right now.
It is.
Maybe show the trailer.
Spoil yourself.
The trailer is fine.
Trailer.
The trailer is a trailer.
Yeah, the trailer is out there.
Does it show it going through the vent? That's probably the most unnerving.
No.
That's the whole thing we're trying to avoid spoiling.
Right.
Oh, well, spoiled now. Apparently, it involves an event.
I didn't. The trailer doesn't show any of that. The trailer shows just trailer. basically. Nothing involving any events, but it does show just
Kind of sus, right, Sock?
like
I mean, if you're familiar with Alien, then you're already expecting things to happen in the event.
No, Alien Isolation is probably like top most recent horror. It was very very well crafted.
I know, man.
It's unnerving. It's scary. It's
It-
masterful.
It's got the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's got the atmosphere. You really can't do anything. It's
Yeah.
Of course you can. It's a freaking xenomorph.
Yeah, I physically feel ill after every stream I do because it's so damn stressful.
What's up with that sequel?
I know the chapter 2.
the,
We're gonna get there.
the chapter,
Chapter
2.
2? Oh yeah, when is
It's only chapter 1 right now.
Yeah, it's only chapter 1.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as like Bendy and the Ink Machine. Where that
Yeah.
I would say if there's any horror game that I'd say is like, also like a good time would be that. That's done already, but it was first of all, aesthetically, it was pretty good how they did that. Like it was old timey, like Mickey Mouse, not black and white, but like old tan and like outlines and everything.
I believe you were looking for monochrome.
Right, I guess.
Right.
Monochrome, yeah, I guess that's what it's called. And
Black and white's fine.
like
Oop.
they
had that,
made
like,
this
tint to
whole
it, though.
entire story and narrative around it, and it was so good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I would say that that is a scary game. However, I did like watching people play it. So, man, I don't know. It's 3 years old at this point, though. So,
No, but it's
So-
it's definitely, I would note it as new generation horror up there with Five Nights.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But Indian Ink Machine, yeah, I would also. If
I
anybody
love-
wants to play
yeah.
a good freaky little game, you could play that as well.
Yeah.
The story is good. I'd say you got some.
See, it's like got that sepia tone to it.
You got that.
Yeah,
You actually got Jacksepticeye voicing a person in there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lent his
this is the
voice in.
producer.
Oh.
Like look at the aesthetic also looks good as well, because they really hit the art style that they wanted, so I can appreciate
Yeah,
that.
they definitely. I think the art direction for this is super good.
Yeah.
Like anything like you said, I got like the black sludge thing is really his ink. Like it's a really cool way to incorporate something that you've seen 100 times in a new and refreshing way.
Mhm.
Like ink all over the place, and it works. Like I wasn't too on the nose. It's just you kind of knew what was going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like that hard to figure out, but it was still a good story. I still liked it a lot.
I would say, yeah, I don't really have like any real recommendations when it comes to the scary game, since I don't really play.
Is you're a
scary.
wuss.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh
me.
wait, we're picking
Wuss
the-
Weaver.
the anthology guys.
Sequel.
Until Dawn.
Yeah, the dark anthologies and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, the multiplayer horror. Like
yeah.
what's the button press genre, whatever that name is called.
Yeah. Until Dawn was really good. That freaked the hell out of me.
Gotta do your best to keep everyone alive.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to keep everyone alive.
I can
It is.
say there is one game that not ultimately horror, but it's like, I guess, Halloween themed. Anybody remember the old PlayStation classic Jersey Devil?
I was about to say Jersey Devil.
I've never heard of that one.
So that is an old platformer, not really scary. It's cartoony in fashion. You play as the Jersey Devil.
I mean, about as scary as Medieval.
Right. And
Yeah, the scariest PS1 could produce.
you're basically an abandoned demon that was left in New Jersey, and a scientist tried to experiment on you. You escape, and somehow you survive from being a baby to an adult for like 20 years, and you come back to get revenge on this scientist that made all this freaky stuff, and you're out there like, nah, I'm the only freaky thing that needs to be in New Jersey. So you're out to stop this guy and save people. And every time you save a person, they scream in horror. They're just like, oh my god, a demon! And leave, and you're like, welcome? But
That sounds like a comedy to me.
it is in its own
Jersey
way,
Devil.
because the Jersey Devil likes to also play tricks, but he never harms people. He just tricks them. And the scientist is the only person he really wants to go after. So like, it's, and when I mean go after, I mean like really just like beat the ever living mess out of him because of like what he's doing. And that's it. Yeah, it's a fun platformer if you guys have some sort of PlayStation thingy that you could play the old game on.
Classic preservation application. The
Little
CPA.
nightmares.
You're a bad guy, but you're not
You
a
are a
bad guy.
bad guy, but you are not a bad guy.
And by the way, what is up with that Glass House? By the way, Glass House is an amazing, scary movie. But what's up with that Glass House comment, Sock? Me throwing stones, huh?
There is
Because I'm probably the biggest wuss here.
somebody said Five Nights, right? They're still making games. There's one,
Yeah, there's a new one coming out.
yeah, there's a new one coming out, and this time you're actually team up with the big old bear instead of like running away from him in particular.
Freddy Fazbear?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do Five Nights, you're actually teaming up with him. He's going to try to protect you from the other animatronics that are out hunting you down. Plus, you have some psychotic rabbit lady who just wants to find you for whatever reason. And you're locked in this mall, I guess it's a mall. But you know, after it closed, everything starts coming alive and they start hunting you down. But like there was a problem with Freddy, who apparently grew a conscience and was just like, listen, I'm gonna try and protect you and get you out of here. So
Yay.
so you have one
Wow.
animatronic on your side. It's just the others that you have to watch out for.
That was
And then the
Yeah,
Velociraptor too.
and Velociraptors too. We gotta watch out for them. They're very dangerous.
what happened to Slender Man?
Oh yeah, that's the game.
He is irrelevant. What did-
It's
No,
he
there's a
was
game.
a fad, but it was a good run until everybody got over it really fast.
Right. It's a
You know?
really, it's not really
It-
relevant now. Why are you pulling
it
this
was-
back up?
It's not that it's not relevant. It's just that like it came and went, you know?
I mean, nobody's talking about
Gotcha.
it.
Like
Probably kids are still.
Are they?
maybe.
Definitely came and went.
I think they are.
It's
I
if you
don't-
haven't
I don't
heard
know.
of it, if it hasn't been played out for you, go check it out.
I mean,
Would you guys consider BioShock a horror series other than
Oh,
Infinite?
what?
is it?
Mm,
Is it though? I played BioShock.
Well, I mean,
It's kind
I
of
guess it is horror themed. The first one, at the very least,
I
maybe,
mean-
and the second one, I guess.
Yeah.
The first and second one. The third one is more psychological.
Yes. It's
Uh,
a psychological thriller and kind of disturber.
Yeah, it's not really horror because you're in broad daylight and you have like every means to defend yourself. Whereas
well, I mean, Max
That was
Payne
always-
kind of had that same thing going on though too, you know?
did
That's
it go?
good. Yeah, psychological thriller, a little bit.
Yeah, psychological thriller maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because I definitely wouldn't put Infinite in horror game, but 1 and 2 to me are
Yeah.
horror games.
2 less than 1 because 2 you are a big daddy and big daddies
But-
are mess people up.
Yeah, but it's still freaky.
It's freaky, yeah, but like now you have like a giant leg to stand on. You are
It's
a
true.
big daddy, so you're one of those monsters.
That's true.
Whereas in BioShock 1, you saw a big daddy, you're like, I'm not touching that.
This is true.
By the way, guys, go check out Doki Doki Literature Club.
That is true horror.
What? No, it's just a dating
No,
game.
it's a dating
Totally.
sim. What are you
True
talking about?
horror. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? There's this one girl that's completely obsessed with you. I don't like her. I don't like her. at all.
Yeah, Yandere.
I
That's
mean-
not horror.
Look, I did.
But Monica's okay. Monica's love. She is life.
Wow.
I just need that mod where it literally is just Monica.
Just
And
Monica.
she's just kind of your like girl, you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like somebody made a mod where she's just there and you can just interact with her. She's like a whole. I'm like, I want that. I need that. Monica.
What, Monica dating sim?
No, it's like straight up. Like you can just show up and she's just like, hey, welcome back.
There
You know what I'm
is
saying?
there is one game that I can say that I truly love, but it's I guess it has some horror theme to it. There's horror on the box, but I don't know if it's really horror. Bloodborne is supposed to be a kind of like horror action game.
Bloodborne? I'm scared of Bloodborne.
Yeah,
Are
but
you-
for the
are
wrong,
you-
for the,
Like you
I
have
am.
every means to defend yourself.
for the wrong reasons though. It's not-
Different reasons, yeah. But it's because like even though you can defend yourself, you need to have skill to defend yourself.
The game
That's what
game's
I'm
not
afraid of.
hard. I guarantee you. Like last story, if you play Bloodborne, right?
Hmm.
And if you at least get past the spider boss, I will give you a whole lot of credit. You don't have to finish it. Just need to get past the spider boss. Yes,
Why did it have to be bloody?
and it'll be up to you to finish the game.
And I just played
I mean-
Dark Souls 3 instead.
No, Bloodborne is easier than Dark Souls. I'm sorry,
Bloodborne is
It is.
easier than Dark Souls.
in my opinion.
But not
I
easier than
guess maybe
Crash
depending
1.
on how you play it.
Dark Souls
I
is
beat
supposed to be harder. But like what it goes, Bloodborne is supposed to reward you for more offensive style,
Yeah,
Right.
whereas Dark Souls is you need to
does
be.
not do that.
Dark
Yeah,
Souls
no.
has you like planning how much weight you're holding, if you have a shield or not, what weapon you want to go with. You
Yeah.
know, enemies will literally just mess you up because of just like how clunky you have to walk around, dodge, and fight. And Bloodborne, you are agile. The more you're offensive, the better, I guess, the outcome of the situation is.
Did you guys know in Dark Souls though, the enemies' attack patterns and stuff are actually set to the music,
What?
the beat of the music. If you listen to the beat of the music, you can kind of sense.
I
the
will
attacks.
But Dark Souls is
I
a
will
rhythm.
not put that down as a fact.
No, watch the YouTube videos about it.
I will. And if it's true,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I found it pretty neat when I found out. I was like, oh wow, okay. Still doesn't work for me. I mean, like I still get my ass kicked, but yeah.
Still get your behind. It's not so bad as you get used to it. There's like nothing really scary about it.
No, there isn't. There isn't.
It's
But
like-
that's what I say. Like I would rather play
Yeah.
Dark Souls because it's not scary for me at all. But like anything set in like a dark, like anytime I see like scraggly like trees or something like that, I freak out already.
Scraggly trees.
It's quite
Yeah.
good.
I freak out with scraggly trees. That's like my worst nightmare. It's like dark, unseeable, scraggly trees.
You're
Like,
gonna-
no.
Wait, you said you'd play Dark Souls. There's literally a boss that is a giant,
but it's-
scraggly tree.
But I haven't got there yet because I suck.
You better get good, bro. You better start getting good.
I'm only 14, okay?
So? That is not an excuse. Man, my 10-year-old cousin beat Dark Souls and Demon Souls by
Have you guys
himself.
tried the human benchmark? Because I got a reaction time of 202 milliseconds.
202 mil.
Yeah.
Is that good? I think that's
No.
good, right?
No, it's not.
Never mind then. I don't know milliseconds timing for reaction times. I don't know the average.
My actual like aiming time, like where I have to actually get the target and sit different areas of the screen. 537 milliseconds.
Okay, now that I know is slow.
See, this is why I can't play games.
Anyway, we got a few minutes left. Anybody in chat want to recommend any good, scary, horror-themed games or
Yes,
scary
please.
games that might just be ironically scary, not so
And-
much in the horror genre?
Yeah, and will someone please convince Sync and Anima and Skeptic to play Phasmophobia with me?
You're gonna get these two, I'm sure. Especially
Sync, you're
Anima.
playing.
What's it
Especially
about
Anima.
again?
And Anima's definitely gonna play with you.
It's about the fear of ghosts.
Yeah, basically you're a crew of, I think, ghost hunters.
You're ghost hunters,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And you're like investigating places. And the thing is, if you have a microphone connected to your gaming rig, the game will hear you. And if you like call out the ghost and stuff, some bad things might happen.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you call out the ghost, and the ghost is just like throwing stuff at you. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Man, look, leave something to the imagination, sir. Come on.
There's a VR mode. If you have a VR kit, I
Bro,
would not
I
play
didn't-
that in VR.
Bro, I'm just leaving it to them.
Devour.
You know what? Anybody who plays Phasmophobia, call the ghost's name out. Do it. I dare you. It'll be funny.
Well, there's streamers who do it all the time.
Recommend the Skyrim mob Into the Depths.
This is what we're
I-
gonna make.
Yeah.
You said it.
Into the depths. Oh, I've heard of that one. Okay, yeah.
I've
I've
never
seen
actually heard
that
that
one.
one.
It does look good. Yeah.
Welcome to the stream, by the way.
Devour is good, as Sock said. Devour is good. I forgot about that one.
Devour? I've never heard of.
I heard of it.
Yeah, it's another kind of those. This time you're trying to infiltrate a cult.
You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. The SCP Foundation. It's always
Oh, that's a good one.
it's always a time if you guys want to like literally be scared out of your mind, because I think they had an update and they HDified it. And I will say the statue has, it honestly is just a scary concept. I don't, whoever thought that up must have, he must have been a spawn of Satan of some sort. I don't know.
Wait, statues.
You've heard of the SCP Foundation, right? Skeptic?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, wow. And you... Okay. I'm gonna keep this short. SCP
He's a
found-
dad now. He's excused.
Yeah, he doesn't know about, modern things. SCP Foundation, first of all, it's a game based off of a website where it's a public website showing like cryptids or really horrifying things, if not just horrifying but really mysterious things. And it's a database of literally like hundreds of these creatures or things that when they talk about it, they come up with like this fable of just like how weird and crazy it is. So like SCP, I forgot the name, is a statue that if you look at it, it doesn't move. But if you blink or even try to look away from it, it starts moving and it'll move towards you.
It's
yeah.
the weeping.
Oh,
Angel.
that one. Yeah.
I would say it's
Yeah.
scarier than the Weeping Angel because the Weeping Angel sends you back in time. If we're going Doctor Who lore, this SCP just breaks your neck.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And there's another SCP which is like an indestructible crocodile thing, and that they have to leave it in acid so that it can't reach its containment. And I think basically the game is called SCP Containment Breach, but it breaches its containment like almost all the time, but it's invincible because every time you try to kill it or any kind of way to try to kill it, it adapts and evolves so that thing doesn't kill it anymore. So they have to leave it in like sulfuric acid, a pool of sulfuric acid, so that it doesn't move. There's a bunch.
It's essentially Doomsday in crocodile form.
Right. There's like a bunch of YouTube channels that talk about the SCPs as well, and a lot of them are freaky as hell. Like if you want to sit down and scare yourself, watch those videos and look up that website. It's freaky. There's so many monsters that you're like, if this was real, the world would be destroyed.
Yeah, Roanoke
Like
Gaming,
Pokemon.
the YouTube channel, has
Yeah.
good videos on it sometimes. Every Tuesday, I think.
So to sum this up, well, for everybody here, what is your top scary game? Give me like a minute summary of it, if you can. TLDR.
What?
Your
What?
top scary game that you would recommend.
I already
Sound
did
us
that.
off.
Huh? Just
No,
to
as a wrap-up,
recap.
like
Just to
recap.
recap.
As a wrap up, give me 30 minutes of
30 minutes. Oh my god.
like that's basically what you said.
I said give me in a minute, bro.
Like,
You turn it into a real dad. Can't be hearing stuff, man.
So Resident Evil 6, Sonic 06.
I know, right?
Anything
All
with
right.
6
So
behind
what
it.
what Anima really means to say is Silent Hill. So that's what he. That's what
That
he.
wasn't even my top choice, man.
Bro,
Yeah, what's
you-
your top choice again?
Then just
I
say your
forgot.
top choice then.
Medieval, man. At least the
Oh.
remake. I gotta play it. I can't recommend it if I haven't played it, but I did recommend a few that I didn't play, or a couple, I think.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I played them, but I didn't beat them per se.
And that's a good choice because medieval horror theme, play as a skeleton. It's a really fun game. I like it.
It's a fun game. It's not the scariest. If you want the scariest recommendation, it's definitely Fatal Frame.
Lies.
But it's Alien Isolation. Yeah.
Isolation.
I'd say that's the scariest
Nightmare
game
mode.
talked about so far.
Nightmare
You
mode.
know, I have to see it. I have to check it out then.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I didn't
Yeah,
even know. Fatal Frame is big spooky. Yeah, it is. It's just because like it's another one of those games where you aren't 100% helpless, but you might as well be.
Fatal Frame
Yeah.
is
Just pulls it off.
it's just
Constantly.
I would say a game where you can't beat the enemy has a bit of an edge.
Yeah,
There's-
because with
there's-
Fatal Frame, especially this Made in Blackwater one, I don't know. I gotten hit so many times, and yet I've never come close to dying. So it kind of takes away some of the fear.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in Fatal Frame 2, which was the specific game I said.
Oh,
There's the one that chases you through the rooms, constant laughter and like flashing, and if she touches you once, you're gone.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
frightening.
That's just plain terrifying. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like there's something about just constantly having to do something else while something's chasing you. I think that's why Mr. X and Resident Evil 2 remake kind of works. It's because it's not because he's scary, it's because you have to like hurry up. It's that being rushed, you know. Like
This is why you're getting freaked out with Alien Isolation.
Alien
But go on.
Isolation basically perfected that.
yeah, so if that's an element that you're looking for, these are the games you need to play. Like apparently Alien Isolation and like pretty much
You need to check it out.
You need to play it.
I do need to check it out or play it. I might play it.
You need
But I
to
already
play
told you the reason why I'm trying to like not, because the immersion being broken. Just like earlier, she's like, "Keep it down." I'm just like, I want a podcast.
No, it's perfect. So you have a microphone attached. You play Nightmare mode, and when she
Lord.
says "keep it down," then you're even in more danger. So it adds
Oh
to
my
more of your fear.
That's not good. It's
And-
worse.
And I would say yes for you, skeptic. Have you been playing any horror VG games anyway? And I guess he's not there.
Yeah, I think skeptics,
Yeah, he stepped out of the building.
daddy.
Being a dad.
Yeah,
All I can really say is that Alien Isolation is probably the scariest game that we've talked about so far.
It's not bad. Not bad.
I didn't think it
you
was going to
don't-
be so scary, but it
you-
was really it's
yeah,
scary.
you really do not fight the alien at all.
Well, you can't.
You
yeah.
can, but he just goes away for a little bit and then he comes back and he's just like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're like, you were over there," and you're like, "I could appear anyway."
And it's not only the alien you have to worry about. Just to let you know,
Right, not just alien.
it's not just the alien.
There
It's
are
just
more
camera.
enemies, but right now, I guess the big thing is the alien. That's the biggest thing. Well, with that being said, happy Halloween,
Wait,
everybody.
what's yours?
Mine?
Yes,
I don't.
yours.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Alien Isolation, because I agree with you on that one. I think.
Did you play it?
No.
Come on, man.
You can't recommend that if you didn't play it.
Yeah, you can't recommend if you didn't play.
I mean, the only thing that I can recommend fairly that I did play is Bloodborne, and
there we go.
Bloodborne is
That counts.
not. To me, it's not so scary as it is, like adrenaline pumping action. Because when you get to a boss, then this theme music comes on, and you're like, "All right, let's go! I'm ripping this thing's head off." Not you're in the middle of a space station, hiding under desks from this black reptilian type of thing that can one-shot you in many ways. Can drag your feet out from vents and under tables and open lockers, and has an AI that's meant to hunt you down, and any other enemies in the vicinity, it's just like, I'm gonna take them out of the equation. It's like you decide to go into nightmare mode.
Worst mistake of my life.
So I can't beat that. There's no like to that, Bloodborne would look at Alien and just be like, yep, there's not many lanterns I can use to survive this. I am going to die.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, too many Monster Hunters. Bloodborne only makes me go, finally,
Monster
a
Hunter? Who the
challenge.
heck?
No, he's just talking about play too much Monster Hunter because of that. Bloodborne's like, oh, finally a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rise especially there's no challenge in Rise.
Really?
Compared to World, the challenge just isn't. It's not there. Like, yeah. For personally, like, I feel it's fun. It's a lot more fun than Monster Hunter, like World. But yeah, exactly. We have to wait for Master Rank. But as of right now, the game is a little easy for a Monster Hunter game.
They empowered you guys too much.
Since you guys are going to complain about it, they're going to bring back the pickle in that.
Yeah.
Then you guys might have to regret what you said.
Well, freaking hell, Rajang is in the game and he's a pushover, even though he's frightening in World. Yeah, he's a pushover in this game.
Ouch.
So I'm not having high hopes right now.
I think the added maneuver in Rise is probably what makes it easier.
It really did. Like, it broke a lot of the monsters because they can't really deal with the, jumping.
Yeah, ninjutsu.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's like I said, it's fun, but the challenge is lacking a bit. But it is very fun. It is very. It feels like Monster Bully instead of Monster Hunter. That's what it feels like. Yeah.
It's like, why don't you just leave me alone? I just want to protect my egg. Die!
Yeah, exactly. Like it's exactly what Stoic says all the time. You're bullying the monster, so it's Monster Bully. So I was like, you're right.
All right.
It makes it seem like fan service, honestly.
It is. It's a great game, but yeah, it's just there's no hunt.
There's no hunt.
Just beat it up.
Monster Bully.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, that was the podcast. Thank you for visiting, and I hope you take these suggestions. A lot of these suggestions were very good. Some good games that I would say would be good to play on Halloween, especially Alien Isolation. Or you could throw on Monster Hunter Rise and start bullying the monsters instead of being scared from them.
It's a good way to de-stress if you're playing Alien Isolation, that's for sure.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
And happy Halloween, yeah. I hope you guys have a good Halloween.
Get out.
You were supposed to do a spooky voice this time and do it. Because you're like a haunted house.
You guys are like such. You guys are such like at the very least, Sus Order has a voice changer. You guys are just like dad cringe right now.
I'm going to perfect it.
Dad cringe.
That dad cringe there.
I will.
He's been trying to do that voice. I don't know what he's trying to do there, man. That dad cringe.
I don't know. You guys sound a little bit weak.
Yeah, I know. I told you. At least
I
Sus
didn't have
Order.
my Wheaties.
You need a voice changer, man.
No.
Stop trying. Stop
I
trying.
want to be the voice
You need
changer.
to swallow a mini computer, okay?
Actually been pretty proud of my internet lately. It hasn't been acting up so much. Don't know why it does and then doesn't, but
Anyway, thank you guys for thank you guys for watching the podcast. Hope to see you guys next week.